Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Former Chicago Fire showrunner unveils their new series, and it looks fantastic. There would be one Chicago franchise without Chicago Fire, and there would be no Chicago Fire without Derek Haas. The talented writer and producer co-created Fire, and has now moved on to another compelling procedural drama. This time, however, there's a twist. Haas' new series is titled Countdown, and it revolves around LAPD detective Mark Meacham, Jensen Ackles. The detective is recruited by a secret task force to investigate the death of a Department of Homeland Security officer. The twist? The crime is not as straightforward as it initially seems. Per the synopsis, the hunt for the killer soon uncovers a plot far more sinister than anyone could have imagined, kicking off a race against time to save a city of millions. Not only will Meacham have to contend with the task force members he's still getting to know, but he's going to have to gauge whether the undercover agents working alongside the task force are to be trusted. Countdown may seem like a far cry from Chicago Fire, the show that Haas made his name on, but it actually makes sense given that the showrunner also had a hand in making FBI. International. Haas knows what makes a compelling crime series, and he's got a cast that's more than up to the task of delivering exciting moments between Ackles, Eric Dane, and Jessica Camacco. Derek Haas' track record is impeccable. He co-created Chicago Fire in 2012 and helped produce the show for over a decade. He wrote a staggering 226 episodes of the show, along with 195 episodes of Chicago PD and 150 episodes of Chicago Med. He even did 13 episodes for the short-lived Chicago Justice. If anyone lays claim to be Mr. One Chicago, it's him. Haas also served as the creator and executive producer for FBI International starting in 2021. He's still involved with the show, which is coming to an end this May. Countdown represents something fresh, however, because it's the first show that will be unveiled under Haas' deal with Amazon MGM Studios. The flames of Chicago Fire may still be burning brightly on primetime television, but former showrunner Derek Haas has just doused fans with a fresh jolt of adrenaline. One that doesn't involve fire trucks, hoses, or burning buildings. Instead, Haas is turning his creative engine toward a new kind of heat, high-stakes aviation. Titled Skyline Division, the new series is already sending shockwaves through the television industry. Set to debut on a major streaming platform in early 2026, the show promises to soar as high emotionally as it does literally, focusing on a tight-knit crew of elite airborne emergency responders operating out of Los Angeles. Think Chicago Fire meets Top Gun with a dash of Grey's Anatomy. After a decade of masterminding drama at Firehouse 51, Haas knows how to make viewers care about a group of first responders. But Skyline Division isn't just a retread with helicopters. It's a bold reinvention. I wanted to explore how we save lives from above, Haas shared in a recent interview. We've seen firefighters, police, medics on the ground. But there's a whole world of unsung heroes in the skies, pilots, air medics, rescue swimmers, risking everything in a way that's almost cinematic in real life. The danger is vertical. The stakes are always high. The concept came to Haas while shadowing a real-life airborne search and rescue team near San Bernardino. The intensity, he says, was unmatched. I watched these people rappel out of helicopters into remote ravines and pluck stranded hikers out of hellish terrain. They're miracle workers with rotors. Skyline Division centers on Captain Riley Keene, played by Yellowstone's Kelly Riley, a former Navy pilot turned leader of the elite air response unit. Haunted by a crash that nearly ended her career, Keene's command style is both calculated and fierce. She's joined by an ensemble cast, including Diego Luna as Marcus Roeder Ramirez, a maverick winch operator with a secret past, and rising star Lyanna Liberato as Tessa Quinn, a rookie medic whose first rescue mission ends in tragedy. The show's pilot, pun intended, opens with a heart-pounding mid-air rescue from a wildfire-stricken mountain pass, complete with thunderclouds, dwindling fuel, and a climber clinging to a crumbling ledge. It's not just spectacle, it's character-driven, with each decision layered with consequence and emotion. One standout element: the music. Haas has teamed up with Oscar-winning composer Hildur Gudnadottir, Joker, Chernobyl, to create a score that pulses like rotor blades. It's moody, sweeping, and totally addictive. But what's most exciting is how Skyline Division expands the world of first responder TV into unexplored vertical territory. There are bureaucratic battles with the FAA, political conflicts over disaster funding, and even a subplot involving drone warfare colliding with humanitarian rescue. Fans of Haas' previous work will be pleased to hear that his signature style, authentic dialogue, deep camaraderie, and ethical gray zones are alive and well. But there's also a clear evolution in his storytelling. These characters aren't just coworkers, they're daredevils bound by trauma, adrenaline, and necessity. It's a job that's impossible to leave behind at the end of the day, says Relly's character in the trailer, which dropped this week to explosive reactions online. We fly into places where no one else will go, and sometimes we don't come back. The trailer alone racked up 2 million views in 48 hours, trending globally on social media. Fans praised its breathtaking visuals and palpable emotional weight. Industry insiders are already calling Skyline Division a contender for multiple Emmys next season, even before it's aired. Behind the scenes, Haas has assembled a powerhouse writers' room, including The Leftovers alum Haley Harris and SEAL Team co-creator Benjamin Cavell. Together, they're crafting a show that leans into realism while still allowing space for character melodrama, romance, and the kind of gut-punch twists that made Chicago Fire famous. There's also a deep commitment to diversity and accuracy. The production has partnered with real-life emergency air response crews to ensure every flight plan, maneuver, and rescue sequence is grounded in reality. Even the aircraft used in filming are functional replicas of actual models, some rigged for in-air filming that will rival anything seen in scripted television. This isn't just a show about helicopters, Haas clarifies. It's about the people who carry the weight of impossible decisions thousands of feet above the earth. It's about grief, redemption, and daring to be the last hope when all other options are gone. Already, fans are speculating on possible crossover cameos. Could Chicago Fire's Kelly Severide make an appearance as part of a joint rescue op? Could Sylvie Brett trade in her ambulance for a chopper ride? Haas remains coy, but he doesn't shut the door. "I never say never," he teased with a grin. "Let's just say the skies are connected." Whether or not any Firehouse 51 alumni make it into Skyline Division, one thing is clear: Derek Haas is flying higher than ever. This new series doesn't just look fantastic, it looks like the next evolution in must-watch television. This isn't just a show about helicopters, Haas clarifies. It's about the people who carry the weight of impossible decisions thousands of feet above the earth. It's about grief, redemption, and daring to be the last hope when all other options are gone. Already, fans are speculating on possible crossover cameos. Could Chicago Fire's Kelly Severide make an appearance as part of a joint rescue op? Could Sylvie Brett trade in her ambulance for a chopper ride? Haas remains coy, but he doesn't shut the door. "I never say never," he teased with a grin. "Let's just say the skies are connected." Whether or not any Firehouse 51 alumni make it into Skyline Division, One thing is clear. Derek Haas is flying higher than ever. This new series doesn't just look fantastic, it looks like the next evolution in must-watch television.